Welcome to my kitchen and welcome to Cuisine Rapide. Today I'm going to do something which is easy to do and elegant at the same time. I'm going to cook duck. What I have here, the duck I'm going to cook is going to be with juniper berry and apple, something very different than the usual roast duck. Now, what we need here is a good duck. I have two kinds of ducks here. I have the Long Island duck, or Peking duck, or whatever it's called. It's a fatty duck. In Long Island, we have no more ducks, so they come from Virginia, or they come from Pennsylvania, or even Michigan. Okay, now this duck, as you could see, is very fatty. It weighs about 5.5 to 6 pounds, and a lot of fat. This one is another duck. It's called a Muscovy duck. It's not something new. They've been around for a long time, but nobody, they were not discovered until the last few years. That duck weighed about 3.5 pounds or 3 pounds sometimes. This one is 3.5. It's very different. The taste is different, less skin, but it's the meat is a little more kind of like the mallard duck, the wild duck. It's got a very little gamey taste, but not too much. I'm going to show you, and because, this duck I'm going to do is going to cook so fast that a lot of people, they don't want to cook duck because it takes a long time. A duck like this has to be roasted for 1.5 hours or maybe 2 hours sometimes. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you what I do. First, I cut the wing. Okay, I'm going to make 4 pieces out of this. Next thing, I have a sharp knife here. I just cut the skin between the leg and the breast. I go around this, follow the bone, just pull. Okay, now, if it's a little bit too much fat here, you could trim some a little bit. Okay, the other thing you do, you have to break at the joint here. See, that's the trick. It's going to cook faster that way. Okay, I'm going to show you the other one now, the other leg. Same thing. Just cut in between the skin, pull it out at the joint, and you keep talking here. Corey, I'm sorry. And here, to break it, see that piece of fat here? That's where the joint is. So it's very simple. See, right in there, okay? Still too much fat here, so we remove it. The next thing I'm going to do is the breast. Right here, you cut between, right in here, right the breastbone here, on either side, like the bone here. You cut this way. You have to cut against the bone all the time. You cut all the way down like this here. Next thing, you follow the bone. And you see here, you have the wishbone here. So your knife follow the wishbone all straight down to the joint, to the wing joint. See, it's broken. So you pull, you have to be careful. There's a nice piece of meat here, it's called the fillet. We want to keep that on the breast. So you pull, okay. All right. We do the same thing on the other side. You could make sure it's cut all the way here. You follow the breastbone. You keep sliding with your knife around here, all the way down to the joint. Here, see, it's easy. If you want, you have to find the joint. If you want to cut the bone with that knife, you won't do it, So follow the joint, and see, all you have to do is follow the bone, and you're going to find the joint. You pull, you cut, you pull, and that's it. Now, okay, we got 4 pieces of duck here, 2 wings, 2 breast. Okay, now, salt and pepper on both sides. Very little salt on both sides, like I said. Okay. Now the pan is very hot. I have no fat in here, see? So I'm taking the skin up like this, and I'll just rub the pan like this at the bottom to get some fat. Okay? Same thing with the legs, and so on. Okay. I got the duck cooking nicely here. You have to keep moving those things around here. It cooks about 20, 25 minutes. All right, now, I got asparagus. I'm going to serve asparagus. They're going to be cooking for 3 or 4 minutes. I'm going to show you how to peel asparagus because to me it's a must. Now, it's very simple. There's a reason for that. Because the asparagus has to be peeled because the skin here on that side here is tougher than here. Many recipes, some people, they say don't bother to peel the asparagus. I don't agree with this. That's the reason I don't agree because of that. So I'm just going to peel them like this. All around, you turn them with your left hand. See, that's very easy. And you cut them to the right length you want, like this. Now, this you don't throw away. You could make a nice asparagus soup. Okay? Now, I want to turn this, see what it's doing here. We want to turn that because you have to keep them moving around all the time. All right? This is going to cook for about 20 minutes. I have some already here, which I'm going to show you what to do with it. Now, basically, they are cooked. We don't want to overcook them, especially the breast. We want to keep it rare, you know, or well done or medium rare, depends what you want to do. Now, those asparagus here, I'm going to drain them. Right here. We make sure we drain them. Good. Put it back in the pot. And I'm just going to brush them later on with some butter. The duck is cooked. I'm going to remove the leg and the breast. Now, we have a little too much fat with this here. So I'm going to take some of the fat off. We want to pour the fat off this way, pour the fat off this way. We want to leave some dripping in the bottom here. We don't want to pour off everything here. So to this, I'm going to add about 10 or 12 juniper berry. Give it a very nice flavor. To this, I'm going to add some gin, good gin. Put about a quarter cup. Ah, we want to flambe. That's the way to do it. Ah, put a little more. I like the flame. All right. Now, to this, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of butter. We want to melt the butter. About a tablespoon of brown sugar, right in here. We're going to bind this together. We're going to scrape the bottom because this is where all the goodies of the ducks are, right in here. Okay, you see, it looks very nice. It's got a nice color. I'm going to add about a tablespoon of white wine vinegar. Don't use raspberry or blueberry vinegar. It's too sweet. I don't like the flavor, especially with the gin. All right. We're going to put about a half a cup or 3/4 cup of a chicken's broth or dog broth that we made. We're going to cook this. It's got to reduce. We're going to reduce it by half. I'm going to show you a single serving. I have the dog breast here. I'm going to slice it. I want to do that right here. Slice it. You should remove the skin. I think I want to remove the skin because we don't want the fat. It's the fatty side of the skin here, see? If you like the skin, you could have it, no problem, but it's a little fatty. Now, I'm going to slice the breast of duck in an angle, like this. That duck is about 4 servings. You could give, a mixture of dark meat and white breast meat. Okay. Now, here, again, I'm going to put 1 tablespoon of butter, a little bit of butter. I want that butter flavor to come through. All you have to do, when it's reducing like this, pull it out the fire. Very important. We don't want this to cook We don't want the butter to boil because it may break down, you know. So the sauce is going to separate. We don't want that. Just some butter just to bind it. Okay? That's done. I'm going to go back to the breast of duck here, which I'm cut in some little slices. You arrange them any way you want on the plate in a pattern, nice pattern. Okay. I'm going to put some apple here, which I have here. You make a little design, about 3-4 apples here, like this. I got some of asparagus, and the asparagus, what I do, I just brush them with a little bit of butter. Little salt and pepper and butter. I have to put some salt here. I think I have salt in the water. I'm not going to do that. If you like salt, you put more. Just freshly ground pepper. I'm going to put few asparagus like this on each side. Okay, maybe I put, I think a few more here, right here. One more here on top here, okay? Now I'm going to top this with some of that good sauce, which is a few juniper berry over like this. See, the sauce, you don't need much of it. I would say about 2 tablespoons or 3 per serving. I have enough for 3 more here. I'm going to clean that up a little bit. We want to make that very neat. Okay. And this is it. That's my duck recipe, easy and elegant. And believe me, it's great.
Easy and elegant duckling with apples and juniper berries.